Well, hello guys, it is me, Shannon Steam. I'm here in Stormworks, going to bring you a little bit of a video on the SS Normandy. Uh, I know in the game it doesn't look like much of the Normandy, but it's the closest the game's going to get to it. Now, before I explore more of the ship, I'm going to give you some history on the SS Normandy. Okay, found the history page for it. Alright, let's see. She was laid down on January 26, 1931. She was launched on the 29th of October, 1932. And officially christened that same day. She had her first maiden voyage at the tail end of May of 1935, and her identification call sign is PNSK. Okay, let me try and find the rest of the history. Let's see. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, it says here the work done by the Société Amont de Chantier de Contrôle. I think I said that right, I really don't know. On the unnamed flagship on the 26th of January 1931 at Saint-Nazaire, soon after the stock market crash of 1929. Yeah. Well, while the French continued construction competing with the White Star Line ship intended as the Oceanic before the crash had cancelled and Cunard's Queen Mary was put on hold, French builders ran into the difficulty and had to ask for money, government money, that is. This subsidy was questioned in the press. Still, building was followed by newspapers and national interest that was very deep. She was designed to represent France in the nation-state contest of great liners, and it was built in a French shipyard using French ports. And believe it or not, they had to build the hull of the ship in Saint-Nazaire, because Saint-Nazaire was the only shipyard big enough to actually work on a ship like this. Yeah, right. Anyway, the growing hull at Saint-Nazaire had no formal designation except T6, the T meaning Transat. An alternative name for the French line would be 6 or Sixth as the contract name. But many names were suggested, including the Doomer after Paul Doomer, and the recently assassinated President of France. And originally the La Belle France, and finally the Normandie was chosen. In France, boat prefixes properly depended on the boat's name, gender, but non-sailors mostly use the masculine form inherited by French terms for boat, which could be paquebot, navire, bateau, bateau, but English speakers refer to boats as feminine, like she's a beauty. And the French line carried many rich American customers. And this is true because the French had many ocean liners compared to the Normandy. I don't know a lot of them, but I do know there was a few that French have always had. Now, as you can see, she is pretty long, like I was stating before. She was really long compared to other French liners that were in service at the time. But unlike... Oh, sorry about that. Here, let me get a pretty good angle for you. Let's try over here. Okay, as I was saying, the French line had carried many rich American customers. The French line wrote that their boat was to be called simply Normandie. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it says here. Hold on, let me get the page up. On the 29th of October, 3 years after the day 3 years to the day after the stock market crash, the Normandie was launched in front of 200,000 spectators. The 27,567-ton hull that slid into the Loire River was the largest and created a wave that washed over the shoreline over several hundred spectators, but no injury. Yeah, after that, I would rather stay pretty close to a building after that. The ship was christened by Madame Marguerite Lebrun, the wife of Albert Lebrun, president of France. See, the Normandy was outfitted until early 1935. Her interiors, funnels, engines, and other fittings put in to make her into a working ship. Finally, in 1935, Normandy was ready for sea trials, which were watched by reporters. Okay, the superiority of Yurkevich's hull was visible. Hardly a wave created off the bulbous bow of the ship had reached a top speed of 32 knots. And that is pretty fast for a ship of this size. Oh, shit. I keep messing up the camera. Actually, hold on, let me go into photo mode for this. Okay, hide that. There we go. Actually, no, let's move the camera down a small bit. Where do I want to put the camera? Yeah, let's try right there. Okay, here we go. Finally, in May of 1935, Normandy was ready for trials, which were watched by reporters. But, oh, shit, I already read that. But she performed an emergency stop at a speed from that in 1,700 meters, which is 5,577 feet. In addition to the hull design, which let her retain speed far less power than other big liners, Normandie had a... Man, that's not even making sense right there. Normandie had a turbo-electric transmission, and you can actually hear it in the game right here. It's pretty obvious. With turbo generators and electric propulsion motors built by Osholm in Belfort. Yes, CGT chose the turbo-electric transmission for the ability to use full power in reverse. Because according to the CGT officials, it was quieter and more easily controlled and maintained. I don't know how accurate that was put in the game, because it's loud as hell. But they also had to run into some pretty big obstacles like vibration. And they also had to face the challenge of actually a ton of visibility issues. Because as you can see, the bow, it has that little up curve that goes right toward the bridge. That did cause a little bit of a problem for the crew, because they couldn't access the forecastle that way. So, let's come down a little further. Here we go. This will give you a good shot of the good section. If I can get the camera to stay. Oh yeah, now we get to the engine installation. The engine installation was heavier than conventional turbine engines. It's slightly less efficient at high speed, but allowed propellers to operate even if one was not running. The system also made it possible to eliminate stern turbines. An early form of radar was also installed to prevent collisions. And the Normandie was the first transatlantic ocean liner to actually be equipped with radar, as you can see the radar up on top. However, by the late 1900s, well, by the late 1950s I should say, that kind of radar would be replaced with a more powerful version. Except one that would be used later on would be used to spot aircraft as well. Now the rudder frame, including the 125-ton cast steel connecting rod, was produced by scooter works in Czechoslovakia, and also installed an early form of radar called an obstacle detector by Henry Druck. Okay, now the rest is just a career. Let's see, what her planned running mate. And yes, her planned running mate was the SS Bretagne. She was laid down but never completed. And I think she would later be dismantled before the outbreak of the war. And I might, I'll put some pictures up right now. Alright, well, I'm back. Okay, we're now back at the bridge. Okay, let's tap into ship view. Okay, let's see how well she can handle high wind. Okay, now we're just going headlong into the wind. And she is handling the waves pretty well. I mean, she is a really big ship. You know what? Okay, I want to disable the waves for this. Okay, wait for the wind to die down. Spawn a tsunami. I want to see what happens if she just to take a rogue wave head on. Yep. Man, here we go. This ought to be good. I mean, she was intended to handle real rough seas. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. Uh oh, I gotta do a little correction. Or she's tilting for some reason. Oh, I'm probably gonna hit it at an awkward angle. It's getting closer. Straighten it out. We'll have to take it at an awkward angle. And here we go. Probably gonna lose a lifeboat. Oh man, the forecastle is getting swallowed up. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose both lifeboats. Oh god! Man, it's flying! Wow! Oh my god, that was crazy! Well, I lost both lifeboats. Probably should have hooked them up first. Yeah, before I left port. Wow. That was something. Hey, now, that was insane. So yeah. I think it's time I sink this thing. So, in order for me to do that, I gotta shut off the turbines. Because I don't want this thing to be moving while I'm sinking this thing. Yeah, you can hear the engines powering down. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, that is bright. I better lighten the time of day down to that. Okay. And yes, fire is what caused her to go down. And I'm gonna go into the bridge. You can watch her sink for a little bit. And I probably should have done this in port. This way it looks more historic, but there's actually no port big enough. Aside from Saint Nazaire, but It's not in the game. And for some reason, she's flying both the American flag and the French flag. Wherever was making it burn is finally going away. Yeah. How about that? I mean, she's already got a list of almost 25 degrees. Wow. Oh, bridge lights off. Yeah, it's already hard for me to walk around in here. Ugh. Yeah, fires are going out. Yeah, I'm just making my way to the stern. I'm crouching to go up the stairs. Up. Oh, jeez. Yeah, if I go into the water, it's no return. Thank God I have sharks turned off. Oh. Oh. Okay, those doors do nothing. Oh. Going in that way is not possible now. Okay, go through here. Man. If I get sucked under while I'm in here, that would suck. Okay, let's go to photo mode. Like this. Yeah, look how bad it's getting up front. Well, as far as I can go with this angle. Man, man, man. I mean, if he modeled the full interior of the ship, that'd be very cool. But I'm sure it would really destroy my PC. Yeah, the water's almost up to the promenade. Move this up a little bit. Wow. Yeah, water's starting to go up on the promenade like I saw. Excuse me. Got that. Yeah, right there. Oh, wow, it's coming towards me. And yes, only 2 of the lifeboats worked. But I lost those, so I'm probably going to go down with the ship. gonna try and sit right here and wait it out, because the end is near. Okay. The water's already flooding the bridge. Man. Jeez, man. Yeah, I know this is how the Normandy didn't sink in real life. And the props are still turning. Yeah, the back view area right here is already flooding. And this is probably going to be the longest Stormworks video ever. Yeah, because this thing's going down at a snail's pace. Just wow. Yeah, very slow. Hold on. Get a high view. And you know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of that one scene from the movie Poseidon, and they get out to the sea here, and they see the ship just disappearing right in front of them. I mean, if you guys ever seen that movie, it's pretty good. Yeah. Still moving though, somehow. Just wow. And those are pretty durable generators. I thought the power would have gone out by now. And I'm sorry if you're getting bored. There's nothing similar to this. I mean, it's not better on the other side either. Let's see if there's anything going on in the interior. Oh, I can see water, which I can't go near. Yeah, the promenade is almost completely submerged. Yep. Just about to go down. Yeah, I don't think those doors do anything. They're probably there just for show. Okay, looks like the final plunge is coming up. Sorry about the clicks. Yep. Yeah, topside's already submerged, partially. Oh, at least you're going to get a good view of the final plunge. There they go. The bridge is completely flooded. The interior is going to be gutted by water soon. Okay. Yep. It looks like the stern might rise out of the water. Yeah, up it goes. Yeah, like I said, this is not how the Normandy met her end. Yeah, there she goes. Final plunge. Then we get closer to the stern. See how this looks for the final plunge. Oh wait. Try against the moon. Oh. It's too close to the water. Yep, there goes the stern. And the ship's probably so long, the bow's gonna hit the ocean floor, and she might just settle to the bottom. Yeah, all the way down there. Oh, wrong way. Let's move it back. Yeah, it's just bobbing there now. She doesn't have long. Yeah, just bobbing there like a cork in water. Wow. Quite a slow sink, huh? Yeah. Pool lights are still going. There she goes. And she is gone. Wow. Quite the slow sink, I might add. No, that wasn't the power flicking. That was just some glitch in the water. Okay, let's exit out of that view. Yeah, there she is. Just going down. Would have been different if I went down with the ship. Okay, well, hold on a second.